Sitaramam Shakti. This is the one and the only Shakti Sundays with Justin D. Anthony. I want to say it's a pleasure and honor to have you locked on as we play all these divine songs. And we bring you teachings of the Divine Mother on this very auspicious Sunday morning. Today's Shakti Sundays will take a different turn. We will cover a topic we have never covered before, and that is Oracle cards versus astrology. Why does astrology often fall short? In this program, we will discuss what are oracle cards? What is this sort of process in using oracle cards to read for people? We will speak about how to determine if an individual is not a genuine oracle card reader. What are some of the signs? What are some of the indications? We will also discuss a little bit about astrology and some of its shortcomings in providing you with answers, in prediction, in showing compatibility, and etc. So please do me one favor in the first place. Share this link across your Facebook as we speak today about oracle card reading versus astrology. Why astrology often falls short. In the first place as well, I want to say pranam and blessings to Radatotaram. I want to say pranam and blessings to Nandi Singh from Florida. I want to say pranam to Muki Singh. And indeed, Nandi Singh, if I do indeed have that song, I will play it for you and your family shortly. And indeed, let me just pause and take this opportunity to extend prayers and blessings to Nandi Singh and family during this very, very challenging time. Nandi Singh's mother-in-law passed away. So once again, blessings and prayers of healing, prayers of comfort, prayers of strength to the entire family during this challenging time. May the soul of your mother-in-law attain moksha without delay. I want to say Sitaram and Pranam to Manisha. I want to say Sitaram and Pranam to Nalini Ramrup. I want to say Pranam and good morning to Natasha Khan, Kelly J-Ram. I also wish to take this opportunity to say pranam and blessings to all the devotees of the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York. In particular, I wish to extend greetings and say pranam and blessings to Pujari Kabardas G2 and Grandma Rose. Do me one favor in the first place, my friends. Share this link across your Facebook. Share it among your friends. And not forgetting as well, I want to say pranam to Devika Mahabir. I want to say good morning and pranam to Yash Mahabir Pasad. I want to say pranam as well to Savitri Lokman. I want to say pranam to Christina Prashad as well.
हे हनुमान मैं तुम्हारी पूजा करूंगा हे हनुमान मैं राम के करीब रहूंगा हरे राम हरे राम हरे रामा 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 हे हनुमान मैं तुम्हारी पूजा करूंगा हे हनुमान मैं राम के करीब रहूंगा तुम मेरी ऊर्जा हो तुम मेरी प्रेरणा हो तुम मेरी ऊर्जा हो तुम मेरी प्रेरणा हो
I want to say pranam and good morning to Simbo Sharon. I want to say pranam to Telma Deodat as well. I want to say pranam to Sunil Sukraj. So as we begin our discourse for today, speaking about oracle cards versus astrology, why astrological readings often fall short. When difficulty comes in a person's life, when calamities come in a person's life, they often seek guidance from the stars, or what we call astrology. They want to find an astrological basis that explains their suffering, explains the calamities in the present. In a sense, they find comfort in the fact that, in knowing that, their present situation is due to some type of planetary influence or a weakness in a particular planet, strength or something in the planets. But there is a far more effective tool, a far more effective guide than astrology. And that is the oracle card reading. Oracle card reading, to explain it in a very short way. Oracle card reading is when an individual takes a deck of cards, blesses it in particular ways, shuffles it, and those cards are expected to be able to answer particular questions put to it. So in terms of the process, an individual will see an oracle card reader. They will put questions to the reader, and the reader will shuffle the cards. Whatever cards jump out while the cards are being shuffled, those cards provide the answer to the individual's questions. But in today's world, many oracle card readers are simply scammers, simply frauds, and individuals who do not understand how to harness the power of the oracle card to provide accurate and meaningful readings for individuals. But why is that the case? If you were to go on TikTok, and indeed, even if you were to go on YouTube Live, you would see hundreds and hundreds of people doing oracle readings for money. There is no scarcity of people doing oracle card readings. But the problem with many of them is They're all doing it for money. And it reduces the spiritual energies, the abilities, when they do it solely for money. They take that spiritual tool, or if you would like to say a spiritual gift, and they demean it in a sense and reduce it to money. That is why many of the oracle card readings, whether you see it on TikTok, whether you see it on YouTube Live, or even sometimes on Facebook, they are grossly inaccurate. And I would put it as like a joke. So money reduces the power of these oracle cards. When the oracle card reader is corrupted by money, when money is the end goal of their readings, it affects the truth, the reliability of their readings. Secondly, a reason why oracle card readings are sometimes inaccurate is because the reader does not cleanse the cards. Every time you do a reading for an individual using oracle cards, there are particular methods of cleaning and cleansing those cards. So some people just simply do not know how the correct process of cleansing them, or do not go to the extent of cleansing them. Thirdly, a reason why oracle card readings could be inaccurate is the oracle card reader is not using the correct procedure on reading the cards. By just simply putting a deck down and just randomly picking up cards does not provide accurate oracle card reads. You know, sometimes if you were to look at these people when they read with the oracle cards, they just put the deck down and then they just pick up card random by random and they tell you, oh, this is what is happening in your life, this is what will be the outcome, and etc. Well, that's the incorrect procedure. The correct procedure to do a reading for an individual using these cards is you take the cards, the individual put the question to the cards, you will shuffle the cards. You will shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And the cards at that particular point will find the answer to that question. In a spiritual sense, they will find an answer to that question. And when they find the answer to that question, the card will jump out while you're shuffling. It'll just fall out. And sometimes that is one card, sometimes that is two cards or more cards. All depending on what is required to answer that question. So that is the correct procedure, the accurate procedure to get a valid and reliable oracle card read. Now we turn to astrology. Astrology does particular calculations with the different planets, with the different houses. You know, if you go to you get an astrological report. You know, it talks about, you know, you have a strength in this particular planet, you have a weakness in this particular planet. So it makes a reference using calculations to particular planets and etc. And it talks about their influence on your life. Astrology can predict capability. Right? It'll tell you that, if an individual were to be engaged in certain career or a certain area of business, that they would be successful. They would see signs of success. It shows a lot of capability. In some astrological readings, it's able to predict the image of your partner, the spouse that you will have eventually. It tries to predict their image, the certain facial features of that individual, certain behaviors of that individual. But it's not always accurate. And I would contend, and I would suggest to you, that many people, they put too much faith in these astrological reports, in these astrological readings. And they lose the value. The value of the astrology is lost. I want to put it to you in this way, for you to have the understanding, for you to understand. Astrology is like you get a blueprint for a house. You know that there will be a house. It'll have so many rooms. It might have 3 levels and etc. But that's all. That's all the information you have. Whereas when you use the oracle card readings, it gives you depth to your answers. It provides a level of depth. So for the oracle card will tell you, will that house be a home? What will be the smells of that home? How will that home make you feel? What will that home cause you to feel? What will happen? So here is the difference between oracle card reading and astrology. Astrology shows capability. Oracle card readings show present reality with the finer details.
दम 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 बजाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति
to say pranam and good morning to Sunita Roy and Dave Dunball and family as well. I want to say pranam and good morning to my grandpa Beta and grandma Chitra, listening in Letikeni, Guyana. I want to say pranam and good morning to Rita Albert. I want to say good morning and pranam to Golan Kolosar, Doris Dairam, Vidya Singh and family. I want to say pranam to Shirley Lochin. I also wish to say good morning and pranam to Rita Albert, Sherry Ramcharan, Sean Andrews, Basmati Ram Sewak. And indeed, let me just take this opportunity just to say, broadly speaking, blessings to all those watching in Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname, the various Caribbean islands. I want to say pranam and blessings to all those watching in Canada, the United States of America, the Mauritius, South Africa and elsewhere. Wherever you're locking in from, wherever you're viewing from, I want to say, may the Divine Devi bless all of you in a profound way. So as we continue onwards with our discussion for today, on oracle card reading and astrology, to provide you with a real life example you know, often when two individuals wish to get married, they go to an astrologer and they do particular calculations to determine if two individuals are compatible, if there is potential between these two individuals to stay married. To gauge whether these two individuals should be married. And it tries to gauge, it tries to give you a little indication of, you know, what could be the sorts of conflict that could arise. Why might that marriage work? Why might that marriage fail? It shows you the potential of that relationship. But it doesn't tell you always with certainty that the relationship will work or not. It doesn't tell you with sort of precision that yes, the marriage will work, but after so many years it will fail. There will be a breakdown in the relationship. So while astrology shows us potential, it gives us like a little guidebook that we can use to help to make decisions. At times it is not precise. At times it just simply shows the potential. And we need more information to make our decisions. So this is where the oracle card reading will come in. The oracle card reading has the ability to show if this marriage will work or not, with a yes or no example or answer. The oracle card reading can show if the marriage is destined to fail. How long will it take until it enters that state of breakdown? And the oracle card also tells you something. It tells you how can you prevent that breakdown from that marriage. If two individuals wish to be married, the oracle card has the power to tell you what are the ways in which these two individuals can change their behavior so that their marriage sustains. So this is how powerful the oracle cards are. It really can provide you with such a depth of answers if done properly. And it can pinpoint very, very particular things that are wrong. Very, very particular things the individual has to change, and etc. You know, there's a little story about a man and a woman. They have a lot of issues in their marriage. There's a lot of back and forth, arguing and conflict in their marriage. And they only believe, they're into this thinking that, you know, oh, somebody do me, make me have a problem. That, oh, somebody do me, make my marriage a fail, and, you know, I get so much problems. Somebody do me, somebody did OBR or some kind of negative energy in reference to this relationship. So they are set on this thinking. Somebody do me, somebody do me. So they went to an oracle card reader. And the oracle card reader did the reading for them. As the oracle card reader did the reading, about three cards jumped out. And it was able to precisely tell that couple what the problems are in their marriage. The oracle card reading was able to show that nobody's doing OBR to them to break their marriage. Nobody's doing this to them. But rather, the issues in their marriage come down to a few things in their own behavior. It's their own behavior that's causing these issues. The oracle card reading showed that the husband does not show gratitude to his wife. The wife can try to do the world for him, and not one day does he ever say thank you. Not one day does he show appreciation for it. The oracle card reading showed that they jump to conclusions in their relationship. As soon as they hear something, they're quick to fight about it. And often they fight about things in the relationship based on incomplete information, based on flawed information. So here in this little story, it shows you the power of the oracle card reading. And how the oracle card reading can pinpoint very, very specific things that are wrong and for you to change. And how the oracle card reading is so powerful. It can tell you things with precision. Right, so here is an example of how oracle card reading, when done in the proper way, is very, very useful. And in this oracle card reading story, in this little story I gave you, it was a reality. What the reading showed was exact. Because, you know what? When these individuals went to a manifestation, when these individuals went before a manifestation of the Divine Mother had told them the same exact thing. The Divine Mother had told them the same exact thing without knowing that they went to a tarot card reader and readers and everything. The Divine Mother showed them the same thing. The Divine Mother said that you only think that people do you, but you never look at your own self to see why you have problems in your marriage. It's always somebody do you. You never look at yourself. You never do self-reflection and think that, maybe my behavior, maybe I'm behaving in a way that's creating this problem. So here is an example of how the oracle card reading is equivalent in its power, equivalent in its accuracy to a manifestation reading for you. It can tell you yes or no. It can tell you, pinpoint exact things in your behavior right now, exact things that you're doing right now that are causing problems in your life. So this is the power of the oracle card reading. However, as I mentioned earlier, many people do not do an accurate oracle card reading. It is very rare to find an individual who can do an oracle card read correctly and with precision. And here is a little point for you to understand about oracle card reading. Oracle card reading is not just, I go to the store and I buy a deck of cards and then I just start shuffling it and answering questions for people. It is not like that. For an individual to be a very gifted oracle card reader, they have to be an individual who is spiritual. They have to be an individual who prays. An individual with intuition. They can see into things. Perhaps an individual with spiritual sight. The deities and devis show them things spiritually. And the cards just simply assist them to provide that reading. So it is not as foolish to the extent that, I go to the store, I go on Amazon and I buy some cards and then I just start shuffling. There is more to the oracle card reading. There is a lot more. And not everyone has the potential, has the ability to do a card read. Anybody can shuffle a deck of cards. But not everyone can read with those cards accurately. As we just kind of come back to the same story that I just mentioned. The astrology. If a person went to an astrological reader and, they told them, we're having problems in our marriage and whatever. The astrologer might have said, you have to do this puja, you have to do this, and you might have to do this remedy, and, this planet has this issue and whatever. Which might have some truth. There might be some truth to it too. But if the flaw is within the individual's behavior, if the flaw comes to how the people behave, things that they're oblivious to, things that they're not aware of. The astrological reading doesn't tell you these things. It doesn't tell you that, you know what, maybe you're speaking in a way that's causing problems. Maybe you're speaking in a way that is too blunt, that you're being misunderstood. So astrology, it can give you a little guide. Let me put it in this way. An astrology is like a map. You want to figure out, you take out this, a long time ago people used to use maps. When they had to drive and go somewhere, they had a big map and they would take it out and it would be like huge like this. And they would have to figure out, okay, this is where I have to go. Astrology is like that map. It kind of tells you where you need to go. But it's a little unclear. Whereas the oracle card read is like a GPS system. The GPS system, if you use GPS in your car or use the Google Maps in your car, it tells you direction by direction. It tells you with accuracy that, in 500 meters you have to turn this. In 500 meters you have to turn left. The oracle card read is like the GPS system. It gives you exact directions. But the astrology is like the old school map. The old school paper map that people used to use to drive around. It's like that. It is a bit unclear. It doesn't often provide you with exact details. Both readings are helpful. The astrology it can be helpful. But I would suggest to you, and I would suggest to you today, that the oracle card reading is more precise. It tells you in this exact moment what you need to know, what you need to act on. The oracle card reading is so powerful. It'll tell you with precision, is the marriage gonna work or not? With a yes or no answer. Is this marriage gonna work or not? Whereas the astrology, for example, would show potential. It shows that, maybe the marriage can work, maybe the marriage would not work. But still, there's a bit of uncertainty.
जय दुर्गा भवानी माँ ये जगत जननी मैया तू रक्षा करो अम्बे माँ तू प्रेम स्वरूपिणी माँ तू दर्शन दे दो चंडी माँ जय दुर्गा भवानी माँ ये जगत जननी रक्षा करो अम्बे माँ तू प्रेम स्वरूपिणी माँ तू दर्शन दे दो चंडी माँ जय दुर्गा भवानी माँ हे जग जननी protect us from tragedies. Lost greater hatred are the demons of today. At your feet, Mother, we won't go astray. Oh, Durga Ma, please shine your light, save us from this worldly fight. Raksha karo, Ambe Ma, tu prema swarupini Ma, tu darshan de do, Chandi Ma, Jai Durga Bhavani Ma, Jai Jagat Janani tu raksha karo, Ambe Ma, tu prema swarupini Ma, tu darshan de do.
I want to say pranam to Uncle Lakey. I want to say pranam to Indira Molai. I want to say pranam to Avinash. I want to say pranam to Shivani Ramlagan. So as we continue onwards with our discussion for today, astrology shows tendencies. The astrology shows what the weather could be. It's like with weather predictions. It shows like what the weather could be. But sometimes those reports, those weather reports, are even inaccurate. Not all astrological reports and astrological readings that you get done are the same. You know, often today people go and they get this sort of life path astrology reading. You know, the astrology reading that gives you a general idea based on your birth date, based on your name, based on the time of your birth. It gives you a little rough guide on what will happen in your life and what could happen. And that guide, I am not dismissing that guide totally. It gives you a rough picture, a rough summary of what you can attain. It gives you a rough summary of what some of the obstructions and obstacles will be in your life. So in one sense, you know, we can use the guide to expect what is coming. But the problem with the way that many people think of astrology in today's world is they believe too strongly in astrology. They believe in the astrology to the point where they believe that every single thing is astrological. No matter how they act, no matter what they do, the astrology confines them. So here I'm suggesting that, you know, many people today, they do not use astrology as a little rough guide, a little rough gauge in their life to help them with decision making but rather instead they allow astrology to totally control them. They're constantly running to the pundits and etc. to get the astrological read. They want to know what Graha Puja they have to do. Every couple of months they want to run to a pundit and they want to do astrological remedies, they want to do some puja, some type of Graha Puja or some type of remedy or something. But this is the flaw. This sort of thinking is flawed. We understand that certain things in your life are predestined. And the astrology can tell us about some of these things. We understand that in life, there are certain events, there are certain conditions the individual will have to face, will have to bear. And those aspects, some of those things are unchangeable. However, they forget about the person's free will. And what I'm saying is, some people buy in to astrology so much, they forget about the power of prayer. They forget about the power of the grace of the Devi and the Devatas. The planets have effects on people. According to our karmas, bad things will happen to us. On the same token, according to our karmas, good things will happen to us. But people often forget about free will. And they forget about the grace and the power of the Devi or the Devatas. I want to tell you today, what graha is there that Lord Shiva cannot override? I want to tell you today, what graha is there that Mother Kali cannot override? I want to tell you today, what graha exists that Lord Ganesh cannot override? I want to tell you today, for every issue that you face, for every what you conceive to be a graha, to the negative, that you face, I want to tell you today, you have the power to override it. I want to tell you today, you have to make a decision to overcome it. I want to tell you today, you have the power to change many, not all, but a lot of your destiny. And how does that happen? You pray to the deities. You worship the deities. You make offerings to the deities. That's how you remedy these things. This is how you correct these things. Through acts of generosity, you correct these things. It is said in one of the texts as it relates to Lord Shiva, it suggests that an individual should donate water. If an individual can donate water, whether that is to the homeless, whether that is to anywhere. If they can donate water to a temple, a school, or any place where there is a need, if one were to donate water, the power of that donation is so grand that it can help to clear negative grahas. Similarly, the way that we act can help to clear our path. The way that you act can be a beacon of good, can be a force of good to help you to overcome some of the obstacles, some of the obstructions that are in your life due to karma, karmic baggage, and whatever you would like to say about that. If you treat people with love, you treat people with respect. For those who are in need, you help them in whatever way you're able to help them. If you can give them a piece of advice in life that will illuminate their path, if you can give them a meal, or if you can just simply say something kind, say something positive to them, these are all methods that we can help to clear our path, to override, to begin overriding some of the negative karmas that are in our life path. It's actions like this that help to overcome these negative karmas. Or at the very least, it helps to mitigate it. You know, for example, if it is in your destiny that you're meant to be in a car crash, and in this car crash you're supposed to walk away with injuries, with these good actions, with these acts of generosity, with prayer to the Devis and Devatas, it can reduce those karmic issues. So maybe you were destined to be in a car crash and you would have had injuries to your body, but because you did good things, because you did acts of generosity, because you prayed, maybe you might be involved in that car crash. The car is damaged, but you come out with no injury. So here is a mitigation. Astrology, and sometimes this is what people buy into too much, and sometimes how the astrologers kind of sell it too. They say everything is predestined. They make people believe that they don't have any control of their lives. They are imprisoned by the astrology. But that's not the case. You as the individual, you as the devotee, you have the power to change your destiny. You might not be able to change every single thing. There might be some unchangeable aspects, but largely, you have the potential, you have the power to change your destiny for the better. You might not be able to avoid all of the bad things that are in your way, but at least you can reduce its effect. At least you can minimize things. You can sand it down like how sandpaper sands something. I want to say pranam to Nalini Ramrup. Once again, Nalini Ramrup would like to say Sitaram and Durgama blessings to Rihanna Pasad and family. I want to say pranam to Vidya Pasad, Marilyn Silchan. I want to say pranam and good morning as well to Pranita Singh. I want to say good morning to Debbie Algu, Amrita Deodat, Rita Albert, Nadira Nankumar, Monica Pasad, Simbo Sharon, and all others locked on as well. And you know, as I just make a reflection, flaw with astrology and some of these astrological readers today is they put people into such a deep-seated fear. They really play with people's emotions at times. Or I can say, let me put it this way, they manipulate a lot of people. Because you know what? 1 minute when people go to them, they'll tell you everything is predestined in life. The destinies control your life, they'll tell you. But if you pay me this money, that money, this money, We do this puja, that puja, and you have to pay me this. I can change your destiny. So it's a lot of it's like manipulation, you know. If you really think about it, a lot of it's like manipulation and just a lot of sales tactics. But sometimes some of the things that they say to people, it is just beyond crazy. They might tell a woman, they might tell a man, your destiny is to never be married in your life. You'll never ever be married. And then they leave the devotees, they leave the people in such a depressive state. After they tell the woman that, after they tell the man that, don't you think they'll go home and be all depressed now? But they'll tell them that, oh, you're in your destiny. You'll never ever be married. But I can change your destiny. I can change your destiny. Just pay me this amount of money and I will change it for you. It is so funny sometimes, I tell you. It is hilarious at times the way that these people behave, the gimmicks that they employ. And really, I want to say something without apology. Many of these astrological readers, they're some of the most crooked, nasty people you will ever encounter in life. They're just simply leeching on people's emotions and playing them. Oh my God, you're destined to die, but I can save you. They want to play as though they're God. The way that they speak is like dating their Devi or dating their Lord Shiva. They're so powerful. You will die, but I, the astrologer, am so powerful. I'm a deity, I can help you. Just pay me 500. I want to tell you today, and I want to emphasize this message to you. Emphasize this message to all viewers. Mother and master can change your destiny. For most things in life, mother and master have the power to change your destiny. If the astrology says, if the astrology indicates you won't be married in your life, mother and master can change that. If the astrology says that you won't recover from your illness, mother and master have the capacity to change that. I want to tell you today, if the astrology says that you'll never have a child, mother and master have the ability to change that. Mother and master are the supreme forces that can triumph over all these astrological forces. Indeed, we speak about karma. We speak about karma. But little do we remember that mother and master They wipe away the individual's karma. So whatever problem you're facing in your life today, whatever astrological readings you may have had, and some of it may be true. I'm not totally dismissing the astrology. It can be a good guide. At times it can be very, very accurate. I'm not totally dismissing astrology. But for whatever the astrology reads and tells you, you can change your destiny with Mother and Master. Now this path to change your destiny with Mother and Master, it may not be easy. It will likely, very, very likely, it'll be challenging. It'll require you to sacrifice yourself. It will require you to put off a few things in life. You'll have to go through some pain, some suffering. You'll have to make changes in your life or maybe your lifestyle. The blessings do not come easy. The blessings don't often come overnight. If it does come overnight, that's a miracle. But I want to tell you today, for every issue that you face, for every condition, the Divine Mother and the Master can change it for the better. But you'll have to work for it. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to prove to Mother and Master you deserve it. This is how Mother and Master work, you know. When you want Mother and Master to touch your life, to change something grand in your life, you have to really, really work for it. You have to show them you deserve it. And you have to show them that when you are blessed, you can take on those blessings. You can maintain and you can sustain those blessings. So to come back to my point, where the astrologers tell you that, oh, your destiny, this is your destiny, you're predestined for this and that, and they do fear-mongering in relation to you, I want to tell you that there is a force that is so grand. There is a force that is so transformative. There is a force that is so incredible. That it can triumph over all the astrology. And that is the force, the grace of the Divine Mother and the Master. Mother and Master can change anything in your life. If you believe in them, they'll work for you. If you serve them in whatever capacity you can serve them, they will turn around and bless you. You know something, my friends, and I want to come off a little bit on this topic and just make this point and say, you know, oftentimes we fall into this thinking that for Mother and Master to bless us, We always have to donate money, donate money. And donating money for the modern master is very, very beneficial. You put down a little money for the modern master, that's very beneficial. Mother will bless you, Baba will bless you. But that's not only the way that modern master can bless you. You're not just so limited to that alone. What is more greater? What blessing is better? What way of serving them will give you the most blessings in life? When you take your hands and you serve them. When you use your body, your sweat, and your energy to serve them. Then the greatest of blessings, the greatest of benefits from them come. If you sweep the temple or vacuum the temple, that is an act of serving them. If you prepare the coconut so that devotees have coconuts to do their puja, that is an act of service. If you come to the temple and you cook so that devotees have a meal after service is done, that is an act of serving them. Money alone, just putting money alone, is not just the end-all act of serving modern master. But some people, they buy into this thinking of just money alone. There are so many ways to serve modern master, and in every act you serve modern master. Remember, mother and master will bless you, and they will especially and particularly bless you if you do these actions of serving the Devi and Devatas. If you do these actions without regard to the benefits, you're not doing it because, I want to serve modern master because I want this, I want that in life. You don't take that path. You say, I love modern master, and I will go and I will serve them. I will use my body, sweat, and energy, and I will serve them wholeheartedly without regard to the benefits. Because I love them. Because I believe in them. You will see, my friends. You will witness this, my friends. The divine Devi, the mother and master, will bless you abundantly. So many times we buy into this thinking that, when we pray to the Divine Mother, when we are doing offerings for the Divine Mother or the Baba, that, we have to tell them, I want this, I'm praying for this. I want that, I want this. We believe we have to indicate what we want or what we need in our life. But I want to tell you something today. Mother and Master are all-knowing. They know everything. They know what is contained in your mind. They know what is contained in your heart. Do you believe you have to utter anything to them? You don't need to utter anything to them. They know everything that is wrong in your life. They know everything that your heart desires. So when you serve them, if you clean coconut so that devotees have coconuts to pray and do their worship. If you clean up the temple after service. If you wipe the stand of Mother and Master, you make sure the stands are cleaned after service, before service. If you prepare the canes of Mother and Master. If you prepared, the puja items and everything, so that the devotees that have to do their puja have the materials. All these actions are actions of serving the Divine Mother, serving the Master. And one is not greater than another. One is not greater than another. Because all of these actions are required for the Divine Devi and for the Divine Master. So the point I want to emphasize to you, I want to bring it back to our discourse for today. The point I want to emphasize to you is the astrology can read anything. The astrology can read that this will happen in your life, that will happen in your life. And there might be some truth to it. I'm not dismissing that. But if you serve the Mother and Master in whatever capacity you serve, whether you wipe the stand, the astan, whether you prepare coconuts for the puja, whether you vacuum or sweep the temple, whether you cook for the temple, every act of service for the Divine Mother and her Master will transform your well-being and will transform your life. Whatever graha to the negative is in your way, know that it'll be minimized or it will be wiped away. You do not need, this is what I want to tell devotees, I want to emphasize devotees. You do not constantly need to run to a pundit, run to these spiritual people and get readings. Change around. If you're aware, all these planets, all these astrological things, they move around. All these things move around. But if you serve Mother and Master, whatever negative graha is in your path, it'll be reduced or it will be wiped away potentially. You don't need to do astrological readings consistently in all these things. You pray, you serve, and that prayer and these acts of service, they're all you need.
तू ही तार दी बरसा दो माँ कृपा लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी आरती बरसा दो माँ कृपा सबकी मैया दुखों से तू ही तार दी बरसा दो माँ कृपा अंदन देने वाली तू ही जग को पाले अंदन देने वाली तू ही जग को पाले
दया से तेरी हम सब जीवे सबको तू संभाले दया से तेरी हम सब जीवे सबको तू संभाले
लक्ष्मी मैया उतारे तेरी
I want to say Pranam good morning to Auntie Sati Prasad from Queens Village. Blessings to you and your family. I want to say Pranam to Kamala Badrasan as well. I want to take this opportunity just to say the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York, cordially invites you every Sunday for their Sunday service. They have service every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they would like to cordially invite you and your family to join them and receive the blessings that darshan the Divine Devi. You know, many people have had great issues. Many people face great crosses in life. But when they came to this mandir and prayed to the mother showed them the way. Similarly, I'm saying to you, if you come to this mandir and pray to the mother will show you the way as well. For more information on Sunday services at the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, please contact Pujari Kabardas G2 at 917-929-7150. That's Pujari Kabardas G2 at 917-929-7150 for more information. Secondly, Pujari Kabardas G2 through special prayers and special guides can help you resolve the issues hampering your life. Issues such as marital problems, blockages in career, persons affected by boot and negative energy, those with workplace problems, educational problems, business problems, crosses, and a whole wide array of issues. He harnesses the power of the Divine Mother, and through special prayers and special guides, he can help you resolve such issues. He has helped so many, and he can help you as well. So for more information, please contact Pujari Kabardas G2 at 917-929-7150. That's Pujari Kabardas G2 at 917-929-7150 for more information.
Lakshmi Maya, Lakshmi Maya.
I want to say Pranam good morning to Bati Bishwa, Kumari Jacob, Debbie Algu, and indeed, if you're looking for a place to do your spirituality in the Queens Village area, I want to advise and I want to suggest to you to give the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir a try. The Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York, is a life-changing temple. As soon as you walk into that temple, the energies of the Devis and Devatas can be felt. Every time you walk in and you walk out of that temple, it is striking. But you always walk out a changed person. Something always changes to the better, to the positive in your life. It is a temple indeed. When you go into it, you never ever want to leave, because you feel at home. You feel at peace. And you can feel, you can sense the presence of the Divine Mother and the deities. The Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir has helped so many people in their lives. Those who cannot walk have walked again. Those affected by boot and negative energies and everything have been healed. Those who cannot see, were blind, or had vision impairment, they didn't see very well, they could not see certain things, were able, they gained their sight, they regained their sight. So this is how powerful, how incredible the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York, is. And they have service every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they would love to have you join them to experience the bliss of the Devi. And to be in worship with them. So for more information on the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, you can contact Pujari Kabirdas Jitu at 917-929-7150. That's Pujari Kabirdas Jitu at 917-929-7150 for more information. So as we bring this program to a close for today, I want to take this opportunity just to say conclusion, as we have discussed about oracle card reading versus astrology, we have discussed, some of the aspects of how oracle card readings are more precise than the astrology. We have also discussed how astrological readers often manipulate people with emotions and everything. And the fact that the eternal truth that the astrology can say whatever it says. The astrology reports can state whatever it states. But Mother and Master have the power to change your destiny. In conclusion, for today's program on is oracle card reading versus astrology, why astrological readings often fall short. In conclusion, I want to say, for many of the issues, let us say about 60% of the astrological issues a person faces, or indeed the life issues that a person faces, 60% of it can be fixed if an individual performs tarpan during the time of the Pitripash. If you perform your offerings, your tarpan, your offerings with the water and the black till, 60%, roughly speaking, of all astrological issues and problems can be fixed, can be remedied just by performing that action alone. In fact, what many people do not understand or may not be aware of, when you perform tarpan, when you perform your offerings during the Pitripash, it gives all other pujas that you will do in the year, it makes them more potent. Because remember, you cannot fail to serve your ancestors, to feed your ancestors. Yet you're going out there feeding other people and feeding God. So as we conclude this program, 60% of the astrological problems, roughly speaking, that you face can be fixed, or the problems that are in your path can be mitigated, can be reduced by just simply offering tarpan during the time of the Pitripash. And all other pujas that you do will become more effective as well. So keep this point in mind. If you haven't been doing these sorts of offerings before, decide next time that you will begin doing it. As I conclude this program for today, we all know that the astrology affects us. We all know that the astrology affects us to the positive and the negative. And as the planets shift and move, there are different afflictions. We understand that in life, there are some things in life that an individual must bear, that they must face, that is inescapable. But we must not forget the power of prayer. We must not forget the power of the grace of Mother Kali and the Master. Some things in life are meant to happen. But with the blessings of the Divine Devi, with the blessings of the Master, we can have the energy, we can have the determination, the persistence to undergo it and to triumph over it. Astrology is real. But prayer can defeat any astrological report. I want you to remember that. Prayer to the Divine Mother, prayer to the Master can defeat any astrological report and any astrologer, no matter how well versed they think they are in the astrology, no matter how educated they are in the astrology. Mother and Master can defeat and wipe away any astrology. And Mother and Master can do that for you as well. Use astrology as a guide. Use astrology as a rough guide to make decisions in your life, to decide things in life, to understand a few events in life. But do not allow astrology to make you a prisoner. Do not become a prisoner to the astrology. That you shouldn't act because astrology is affecting you. Because the astrology is affecting you, you need to act. There is more reason than not to act. And remember, as we conclude this program, you have the power to change your destiny. You have the power to overcome what is predestined. You might not be able to overcome every single thing, but at least it'll become easier to endure. So as I conclude this program for today, on oracle card readings versus astrology, why the astrological reports often fail or fall short. Remember, Mother and Master can change your life. They can change the realities of your life. If you work for them, you serve them, and you pray to them, they will change your life. So never let yourself be a prisoner to the astrology. Never let yourself to be a prisoner to the astrological reports. And never let yourself to be manipulated by these astrological readers who play people just to earn a couple dollars. This is Justin D. Anthony. Until we meet again, my friends, may the blessings of the Divine Mother and may the blessings of the Master forever illuminate your life. With the next song in mind, I'm taking my leave, my friends. Until we meet again, may the divinities bless all of you in a special way.